I'm sending my condolences and prayers to the families that were directly affected by the tornado this weekend. Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we are back outside. I want to show you the seed starts that I planted on the 29th. They are growing pretty well. It's about to be some bad weather, but predicted to have some rain. And so now I probably need to move these again to a safer area so they do not get destroyed. But I keep looking at them because you're not going to believe how much growth we've seen in just a few short days. So let's take a look. So I think I showed you guys these already, but the star of the show are the seed starts. So before we left, I moved my little containers over here so they can, if it rained, they wouldn't tumble over. And so look guys, these are cucumbers and all 4 came up, so that's a good thing, but it's also a bad thing because now I need to separate these. So remember, I put I think 3 or 4 in each container. So this is a good example of how only 2 came up. This lettuce is doing really well. They are a little dry, so I need to water them. This is spinach. I don't know if you guys can see that. But the cucumbers did very well. These are green beans. I just know, yep, I know them by their leaves. Look at that root system. Now, whatever this is, see, sweet peppers, for whatever reason, if the seeds are too small, I'm really surprised that the lettuce came up, but if the seeds are too small, they do not grow well for me. I don't know, maybe I put them in too deep, but none of the sweet peppers are growing. So what happened there? If you know, if you feel like you know, comment, let me know. These are peas. Yeah, more sweet peppers, no growth. And the zucchini's not really, now this one is not doing anything. The zucchini's not doing anything either. Now the squash is definitely growing, and it's very easy to get these 2 confused. So this one is cucumber and this is yellow squash. They're very similar, but what I've noticed is that the squash leaves have a lot of veining, whereas the cucumbers do not. They're more oblong and no veining. So yeah. These squash seeds, oh my gosh, they're doing great. So now the question is, where will I put all of these? So as I was looking everything over, I noticed that one of my green bean plants had a bunch of water in it, and it looks like it had been missed with getting a hole drilled in it. So I asked my husband to do this because I wasn't completely comfortable doing it. And if you are not, I recommend that you get someone else to do it for you. Otherwise, it's going to be full of water and it will never grow. But I got all of these pots from the garage because I do want to go ahead and start putting things on the porch. So this video is going to be a bit of a challenge. My husband is actually about to cut the grass and our neighbor is fixing something on his roof. So it's probably going to be a lot of voiceover. All right, so I'm going to take a little piece of this fern, put it in here to take to the back porch. It's doing pretty good and I think it will continue to do well, even though I'm going to take this little piece from it. It is kind of off to the side, so I think it'll be okay to do. Let's see. It has some new growth on there. We'll see. Well, hello guys, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome to all of the new subscribers. Oh my gosh, you guys are amazing. Thank you so much for subscribing. So this past weekend, we had gone out of town to spend some time with our daughter, came back, woke up the next morning, and I cannot describe the headache that I had, but it was horrible. And to be perfectly honest with you, I normally I suffer from migraines, but this headache, it was unbelievable. Like, this was definitely not a migraine. It woke me up out of my sleep. The only thing that I can contribute it to is the fact that we had some really bad weather. So we actually had a tornado that came through, and we were without power for just a short time, but there was a family that actually lost their loved ones. So my condolences and prayers go out to that family. Comment below and let me know, is that truly a thing? Like, can the weather truly affect your head and headaches and just your general health? I know a lot of people who suffer from arthritis and fibromyalgia will sometimes say that the weather affects their illnesses. So comment below and let me know. So what you're seeing here is I'm just on the back porch getting the spring flowers ready to be potted. I had gone over to Home Depot a few weeks ago and picked up some flowers for springtime. I picked up some violas, pansies, dusty millers, creeping jenny, and I got a little piece of the fern from the front porch. And I wanted to fill all the pots that I found in the garage a few days before getting the flowers ready. So what you're seeing me do here is I'm splitting the flower because sometimes there's two or more in one little pot, and you can split it up, and then that makes your flowers stretch. And although it looks a little puny at first, once they start to bloom, it's going to fill up, and you will never know that that flower was split in half. It also gives you the opportunity to place them in different areas throughout your yard or your porch, whatever you'd like to do when you're making your flower arrangements. As I'm taking these out, I also do a gentle massage of the root system to kind of break up the dirt, and then I gently go through and I find where the stems are for the ones who are where there's more than one flower in a pot, gently break those in half. All right, this is what we have so far. I have planted, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pots. As you can see, there's hardly anything left over here. So the back porch is gonna look great. And the plan is to do a taller with the squat and a medium. I call this a squat because it's really supposed to be a hanging basket. And it's just variations and growing, but as you can see, it looks really good right here. All of the plants are going to love it in their new homes. And you saw me splitting a few of them, well, several of them. So remember how when I planted the seeds, I put 3, if they were larger seeds, in one container, and if they were smaller, I kind of put a few more, maybe 4 more. Well, the reason why you do that is because some of the seeds just won't germinate. For whatever reason, they just won't. And so a lot of the plants, when you get them, if you really like separate them really well, you can see that there's probably 2 seeds that were planted in that particular pot. And so you can maximize on your flower purchases. Well, guys, this is the end of today's video. I'm going to show you really quickly what I did and how I styled the porch. So let's go. All right, this is the first corner. And again, like I said, a few years back, I did this and it created a lot of ants. So I got to come up with something, a table or something to elevate this. But this is what this little area looks like. And then this area, got this little piece of fern off the front porch, and all of these pots were in my garage. So this goes to show you that you probably have it somewhere in your house. Just reuse it. This is the other little area. And this was the elephant ear that was coming up in this bed right here. And I just dug it up, see how long I could grow it in this pot. This right here was broken off on accident. So I'm gonna see if I can root it and start it over. It's worth a try. When my husband brought it to me, it was leaning over a little bit. So with the water going in there, it's already starting to stand up straight. So we'll see. And of course, here's all the vegetables, starters, minus these hyacinth bulbs that are now coming up. Guys, it's raining. And we had to move the plants. so they wouldn't topple over. But it's legit raining really bad.